Recording.
What now?
Recording.
We
We are in progress.
are on the air.
We are live.
We are live.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Take what away?
Oh, wait, we're filming a podcast. Oh my
Wait,
gosh,
we're
I
making a
forgot.
podcast? Did you know we were making a podcast? I thought we just liked talking to mics for fun.
We do.
Wait, what's a podcast?
I don't know what a podcast
What's a
is.
podcast? I don't know what this new.
Is that what the radio is?
The radio.
The what the?
The radio.
The Red Dead Redemption?
Red Radio. Yeah.
Why are you boots and cats in this?
Boots and cats.
Boots and cats and boots.
Is that better?
cats and
We're good?
cats. Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay.
Well, you know, it's Sunday.
Take it away.
It's Sunday, May 4th, which is also Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. But
is.
first, welcome back to another episode of the Basement Broadcast. I am your host, Gabe, and always joined with me is James.
I am James.
That is
Hi,
James. And we're
James.
joined
Me,
by the
James.
other host. Stop yelling into the mic.
I'm Dillon.
That's Dillon, who sounds like Eeyore half the time.
Hi.
Dillon.
Dylan, don't jump. Don't jump.
Hi.
I want to do it.
Well, it's Star Wars Day, which means May the 4th be with you. But first, I want to start us off with another topic. We will get into Star Wars stuff towards the middle of the pod. But I want to ask the question that has been roaming around the internet that is probably going to be too late because we're not going to release this right away. So it'll probably come up later. We'll be late to the party for the question.
News.
Old news, yes. But the question is, 100 men versus one gorilla. Who would win?
And it's been clarified silverback gorilla, right?
Yeah, silverback gorilla, 100 men. Somebody picks the roster. They send the 100 men out there. They have to go fight.
Oh, I get to pick the roster?
Well, you get to pick the roster. You get to pick
100 men for sure.
100 men. If I can pick
Yeah.
the roster, 100 men.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of the debate. We send out.
And I was
Like,
random. Like you
Pick
can
like
pick any 100 men
pick
over the
three
debate.
people in that roster who you're going to send out.
Aaron Donald,
Okay.
DK Metcalf, me.
Okay.
I would go like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Schwarzenegger.
No. Oh, Schwarzenegger's old. Dwayne The Rock
Yeah, but
Johnson
he's still
is
shredded.
He's still pretty crazy good.
Yeah, but
He's
not
pretty-
the.
he's
But I'm
pretty
picking people who are in their prime. You're picking.
Okay,
people who are
okay.
old.
Well, there'd be a mix of both. It's 100 people.
Yeah. I mean, think about the. I
You
think,
have to have cannon fodder. You're right.
well, here's my cannon fodder. So I think I would pick like Arnold would be a good option. The Rock, John Cena. You get those guys out
John
there.
Cena, yeah.
Danny DeVito. Because here's the thing: the
Distraction.
reason
He's a
we
distraction.
send Danny DeVito out there, The Rock picks up Danny and just throws him at the gorilla, and then next thing you know, The Rock is
You have
just,
a fastball special going on there.
yes, you just throw Danny at the gorilla.
Who else?
Goku.
I thought it had to be real people.
I don't know if that qualifies or
It
not.
does have to. Jack Black.
Jack
Jack Black. We're just picking celebrities then.
No, I mean,
No, I think I'd pick my brother though, Josiah.
me and Dylan versus the gorilla.
No,
And
I'm
you
dead.
lose in minutes. I don't even think it's minutes.
Seconds.
Minutes is yeah. I was gonna say
Seconds.
minutes actually give me credit too much.
The
I feel
three
like
of
me and
us, the three
Josiah-
of us versus one monkey.
Yeah, I feel like
monkey
I would be able to survive the longest simply because I'm faster, so I could run away further, and it would have to do
Fatter?
with you faster. Both actually, but but I could get away faster, and it would like take its time mauling you guys while I got away. So
Fair enough.
It's possible.
It is possible.
because haven't you ever heard the old saying? I don't have to outrun the kidnapper or the monster, whatever the thing is, right? I just have to outrun you.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think everybody kind of they don't think about the tactic to fight the gorilla. You circle him. You have 100 men versus one animal. You circle the animal
Yeah.
and then you close in on it because it can't fight from behind. And gorillas also are only meant to fight in bursts. That's how their stamina works, is they go in bursts. So it's going to get tired. So you're going to lose 5, 10, maybe 20 people at most. And then the men will come in and wipe it out, clean up shop. But there's other versus topics, you know. One of the classics that I've heard is it is 5 million poodles versus 5 elephants?
No, the elephant wins.
Oh wait, we gotta get Mike Tyson in there too, though.
Oh, you get Mike Tyson.
Obviously.
Yes. You said elephants versus 5 million?
Yeah.
You have 5 elephants.
The elephants just walk and they beat the poodles.
But you think an elephant is going to be able to walk over 5 million poodles?
Yes.
Yes.
Very easily. The
No,
poodles aren't smart
Poodles
enough
can't
to
get anywhere close to it, dude. They're just roaming around at their
They
feet.
can't even hurt it by biting it. It won't.
You know,
even hurt
poodle.
it.
We're not talking like toy poodles. We're talking like the kind they breed with golden doodles.
I think they'd be fine.
Poodles are done.
The
for.
poodles
The
will
poodles
win.
are cooked.
No.
The poodles are not
Number
cooked.
does not.
Yes,
equal
number means
victory. No, it doesn't.
5
No.
million.
I don't even think 5 million could be won.
Take down an dude. It couldn't handle the weight.
Weight of what? They're
The
all on the
poodles.
ground. Are they stacked up on each other and falling on it?
No, but they can climb up.
No,
Climb
they
up
can't.
what? They're not
Each
smart enough
other.
to do that.
No.
They don't have that kind of intelligence.
World War
Gabe.
Z style climb up.
I don't think they're
the
that
answer.
smart to do anything like
The
that.
answer is the poodles.
No,
100%.
definitely
Yes.
not.
Sheer numbers will
No.
take out.
No.
No. Well, if the sheer numbers is smart enough to make some tactical decisions, but the sheer numbers in case of poodles, they're not.
It's poodles. It has to be poodles. The sheer number of poodles is
No,
going to take
it's not.
out. Yes,
sheer
it
numbers
is.
does not always guarantee victory.
No.
5 million.
If you have people,
the elephant is going to get
But
tired.
like,
If you had
in reality,
5
half
million
the poodles would probably just scatter and leave.
No, this is a contained. These are all contained fights.
Then they'd sit in a corner and not care.
But the thing is, the
or
elephant.
they'd get scared of the elephant as it roars and stomps.
Poodles
on their
aren't like
friends.
fighters. If it were like
Pit bulls
German shepherds or
something,
pit bulls, yeah, there's a chance for sure.
Poodles are angry.
Pit bulls,
Right, but they can't actually do anything.
Pit bulls could wreck an elephant.
What, 5 million pit bulls versus 5 elephants?
Yeah, that's definitely
No,
different.
it's-
That's
yeah.
way different.
Elephant's gone. Elephant's cooked.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Pit bulls are disgusting.
Yeah, but I
Pit
still
bulls
think.
pit bulls kill people all the time.
Yeah, I don't think the
They're
poodles could do
literally
anything, though.
Have
bred and
you ever
trained. It's
seen
in
an
their
angry
DNA.
poodle though?
Yes, and I just flick it away and go,
Dude,
bye bye poodle.
there's multiple different types of breeds of poodle. I'm talking like the big poodles, not like the little toy poodles that you put in your purse.
I understand what you're saying.
You
The
can't
answer is
flick.
still
You
no.
cannot flick a poodle away.
You can very easily do it. Poodles
Poodles
even the
can
big
only get
poodles,
up to like
3 feet. 3 feet
not
long.
even, dude.
Not even? Oh, yeah, it's 2 feet.
Tall?
A standard poodle is 60 pounds.
I mean, they breed them with
I can- less than
I can
3 feet.
Poodles,
flick
though.
I can flick away a 60-pound poodle.
Yeah,
And I'm
no
looking up-
chance.
Dude, I still think the 5 million poodles. I'm in poodle.
Yeah, I see. You're just wrong, but it's okay.
See, you can make that thing angry. It could take out. Could take out.
But I don't think poodles get angry enough to fight like that, dude.
Okay, rabid poodle.
And look at its legs. It's so skinny. It's just. It looks like an anorexic dog.
But 5 million anorexic dogs versus one elephant.
Yeah,
Still the
elephant
elephant.
wins.
Still
The
the
elephant
elephant.
wins.
Okay, fine. Anybody else got any?
Yes.
What?
2 rhinoceros.
2? No,
2.
1.
No, 2 rhinoceros versus 50 gorillas.
The rhino. The 2 rhinoceroses would win against 50 gorillas.
You would think?
Yes, I do think.
Why?
Because the gorillas are not. I don't think the gorilla. I think the rhino's just going to charge through it.
Right, but there's 50 of them. So unless they all line up in a
Wait,
straight
say
line.
it one more time. I missed.
2 rhinos versus 50 gorillas.
Huh.
I think the rhino would charge at.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably the rhinos because they have like the freaking horns and stuff too.
Actually, no.
Right, but you gotta
the
think-
gorilla. Sorry, the gorilla. Because the gorilla would probably be the two
this is the
gorillas.
case
Well,
where-
2 gorillas could stop a rhino.
This is the case where numbers does mean something when the numbers are big and strong.
I mean,
'Cause I think
I think
maybe,
gorillas are also
maybe.
stupid enough, but I still think like you go to 100 men versus anything. I think the 100 men versus any land animal, the 100 men are gonna win.
I don't think we'd
A
beat
majority
a
of
hippo.
them,
I don't
probably.
think we'd beat a hippo.
I think we could beat a
We
hippo.
could not beat a hippo. Not in hand-to-hand combat. If we had weapons or something like that, yeah. Not
But
in hand-to-hand
numbers
combat.
though.
Numbers mean nothing when you're facing an animal that has a bite force of like 5 million PSI.
Okay, but it can only fight. You say 5 million?
Yeah,
5,000,
but what's
5,000.
a person gonna do with their hands to a rhino?
Well,
Like,
no.
you gotta punch it?
Think about this. Let me
I'm gonna ride it.
I think it won't care.
let me explain. Let me explain before you guys start crapping on this. 100 guys, 100 men versus any land animal. The thing is, you give it, let's say a hippo or a rhino. The rhino is only going to be able to fight in one direction. They cannot fight. Well, let me finish. They cannot fight in a circle. So the body weight of the men climbing on the back of this thing is going to weigh it down, breaking its limbs, and then you finally get to go to the eyes or go to the mouth or
I
go
think
to
they're
whatever.
strong. I think they're stronger than that though.
They're
Yeah,
so
but the thing is,
incredibly
it
strong.
cannot handle. Let's say you have The Rock and John Cena and Arnold and all these other muscular men. It's not going to take the body weight.
No, then I don't. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The bot.
Because you're not going to be able to mount it. How are they going to get on top of it? If it's running at 40 miles an hour in the other direction, how are they going to go get it to stop?
Well,
so
you
they can
circle
climb it?
fight it like you circle fight the gorilla.
And then it charges through one way, and then it comes back and charges through another way.
I don't know.
and it
I
charges
just don't think
through
that
another way.
I don't
It's
think
going to wear itself
I
out.
don't think men, no matter how strong, can do much with their hands to a rhinoceros.
You can't.
Like punching it isn't gonna do anything. You don't have a knife to
Aaron
like, cut
Donald.
it.
I feel like Aaron Donald has a chance. I feel like if I got Aaron Donald in there, I could get something out of him. That dude's a freak.
I'm.
of nature.
It's the.
And Eddie Hall. I gotta get
know.
Eddie Hall. Let me pick some world's strongest men in here. Eddie Hall.
I'm telling
Maybe
you.
like a boxer or two could help me out.
I,
Conor McGregor might be able to help strategize. You know.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor is.
I don't know.
I
feel like
I still think 100 men.
I don't care how
could
strong
beat
they are.
any
I just
land
don't know
animal.
what they're gonna do to it. That's gonna
Well, that's
hurt
the thing
it.
is, I think there are some people that are strong enough to be able to hurt it. That's what you got to figure out. You got to find people
Maybe.
like that.
That's
You
the
gotta find
that's the
enough
whole
people
point
like
of the
that.
argument. I still think 100 men could beat any land
Not
animal.
100 average men though. It has to be 100 like very, very like specially chosen men.
Okay, time out. Time in. Okay, I just don't know what they're gonna do. Like, do you have sharp enough nails to cut a rhino?
No, it's the weight of people
We're gonna get
climbing up a
saber-tooth in
rhino.
on this.
But they're strong animals, dude.
But the weight, though, the thing is, if you have a bunch of 200-pound men,
Right,
and 100 of them.
But you're assuming that you're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how
the
they
fact
get on
it's going to
top.
crush you before you get a chance for that.
Well, the thing is, it's gonna have to be able to mow through enough people, and so
And it can very easily do that because it runs at you full speed. You're not stopping it. You have
Yeah.
to dodge,
I
and
don't
if you
know.
don't dodge,
you
you're dead.
sacrifice people. The whole point
Right,
of
but
these
the problem
arguments
is-
are you're gonna have death.
but the
You're gonna have
problem is-
casualties, James.
Right,
so
but
you
I'm
have a
saying
bunch
is-
of rocks.
Right, but I'm saying if it runs over a bunch of people, right, then it just keeps on running and then turns around. At what point are you going to be able to stop to mount its back?
Yeah, I don't see how it's possible. For a tall animal like that, no.
If you had
For
weapons,
like a gorilla, maybe. yeah.
Rhinos aren't that tall.
if you had like weapons, you could totally do this. But without weapons, you can't. You're not doing anything.
I think it's possible. I stand by it. Enough adrenaline and enough.
Everyone overestimates adrenaline. Everyone's like, if I hit you with my adrenaline, I can do anything. It's like that's not how adrenaline works.
Rhinos can be like 6 feet tall,
Okay, that you can mount that.
Right.
You can climb up its back. Also,
but it's moving.
men have been known to lift cars
Right.
off
I
adrenaline.
get that. I understand that. I'm not saying that's not impossible, but I am also saying that it doesn't matter how much adrenaline kicks in. If you get run over by a rhino, you're dead.
That's the point. You're gonna have casualties. None of these scenarios, every 100 guy walks out alive.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm
You
saying that
cage
none of the
fighting.
100 men walk out alive from this.
Dude, no, there's other animals that take down rhinos.
Right,
Whoa,
other
dude,
animals.
They can live for like 50 years.
There's other animals
Okay.
that take them down. I think it's possible for men.
Name one.
I'm pretty sure. What is a rhino's natural predator? Like a lion?
It just says old age.
Dude, a rhino can weigh 7,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't think a few hundred pounds of guys is going to do a lot to it.
Well, no, you're not a few hundred pounds, but you have 100. You have 100 men.
Okay.
On
but you're
top of a
saying that-
rhino.
Okay, but you're also saying that rhinos are small and you can't get any people on it. You can get like,
Well, no, you
5 guys
you
in here,
squish.
it's
No,
not
you
gonna do anything.
No. You have 100 guys pile on top of each other, so you're squishing the guys as well. You're squishing everybody.
I don't think that you can get enough guys on it to get it down first.
Because as it moves, you're telling me as it moves, we're going to be able to pile up all these guys on it.
Well, the thing is, it's gonna have to fight through a wall of meat. So you're gonna have to fight through a wall of meat and bone.
Right.
So
all
you
right.
have you
But
build a
you're-
wall
but
around
you're
it.
saying
Okay, dude.
fight through a wall, but it's just going to trample over some people and then keep on moving. On
Okay.
it.
Rhinos are strong, dude. It literally says that rhinos are surprisingly fast and agile. They can reach speeds of 35 miles an hour. You're not chasing this thing down and getting on top of this.
Well, no. The thing is, you have a wall of men. You have a wall of meat flesh, and it's gonna
And
have
it
to
has a freaking horn. It's gonna just pierce all of them and run through it.
Exactly.
It's gonna have like a guy like Greg. Let's name this guy Greg. He's gonna be stuck to the horn. He's gonna be impaled by the horn, and so he's gonna be able to. It could happen. I'm just saying. I think you
don't know,
underestimate
I don't
the
know.
power of a
I
man.
think that you overestimate the power of man and underestimate the power of animals.
Animals are
How fast
stupid.
is that?
Number one, he just said how fast animals are, or how rhinos are. They said they run 30 miles an hour.
I'm
They
looking
can
at
lift up to 1,800 pounds.
Well,
So having
Lift-
8 guys on it are not going to make a difference to it.
lift. You and the men circle it. Close
Gabe.
in on it.
It's going to just pierce the men. It doesn't care.
There's 100 men asked to pierce through.
It can exert a force of around 8,000 pounds when charging.
Men are built different. We devise a plan. We
Yeah, my plan is to run away unless you all die. That's my plan.
Well, you're not in
You're
the
right.
fight. You have not been
You're right.
drafted to fight.
You're right. Because if I had been drafted, I would have just said no. And if you were like, you have
We
got
don't
there-
need like World War II draft. Like, there's no war drafts anymore. I think we just need to draft men to go fight animals so we can find out how this would
This is a
happen.
terrible
No,
idea.
this
This
is
is
a
a
No,
horrible idea.
I think we need.
This is one of the worst ideas you could have
People are too weak. People are too pushovery nowadays. Men used to be able to be built different and take down woolly mammoths with spears.
Right, with spears, with
Spears
weapons.
with pieces of wood and rock. They took down elephants that are like,
Right. I think that if we had spears, we could take down a rhino with 5 guys.
no, one man.
With 1 man. I think we could still do that today if you had a weapon.
But okay, but then I'm pretty sure the man would do. The spear gets stuck in the mammoth, and he just takes down with his bare hands. Men were built different back in the day.
No,
men are weak now.
no.
I
I
think
mean, yes, you're right, but
I think we need to
no.
draft men to go fight animals for our entertainment instead of doing Spartan matches.
This is all fun and games. I love how, we talk
Instead-
about this kind of stuff, but I feel like if this were to become a reality, you would not like your idea as much. If
No,
you
I
were
would
to be
hate my
drafted in
idea.
it, yeah, if you were to be drafted in this, you would hate it. Now, if we had to everyone, it was mandatory that growing up, you all had to do some kind of physical sport. I'd love that. I think that'd be really cool.
No, but I think instead of
dude.
Spartan
Everyone has
matches,
to play football or
Dude, look at this
box
video.
or something.
instead
this
of
video.
instead of gladiator matches.
Look at this. This thing does not care about 1,000 guys. It's gonna
100
pierce through straight all of them.
It's 100 guys. By the way,
Okay, it's gonna pierce through all of them.
Bro,
and not
no
care.
shot 100 guys are beating that. What? Gabe's all of a sudden rethinking everything he just said.
no, I still think it's
No,
I still
no.
think it's possible. Yeah, one Subaru versus a Rhino.
It's mauling the car.
It's a Subaru.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
If it was any other car, it would be fine.
Look at how wrecked that thing is, dude.
No, it's still possible.
Oh my gosh.
It's still possible.
Who
And the
drove this
Subaru's
thing there?
driving away, and it's driving away. See, it's not even broken all the way.
See, he can't even. The Rhino can't even take out a car.
Dude, yes, it is. What are you talking about?
It's manhandling that car, dude.
Well, the thing is, the men could.
No.
And let me finish my
No,
statement.
you're wrong.
In the environment they could fashion weapons and fashion ways to take out the animal. It never says in the argument that you has to be bare hand combat. The thing is, you don't go in there with any weapons. So whatever environment you're in with the Rhino, you have to be able to. You can fashion your own weapon and take out the
All
Rhino.
right, I'll tell you
that
this.
way.
If we have
And you have
weapons,
an extremely low chance of anything.
But the thing is, you could also have it run out of a tree and have it hit the tree, and then you all pile on top of it, and then the sheer weight of the humans could take out a Rhino.
listen,
but
if I'm in a forest,
It's still going to be casualties and still going to be very complicated, and most likely you're going to lose a lot of guys and maybe not fully kill the Rhino, but you might hurt it. But all that to say, I still think we should have animal versus man fights instead of gladiatorial combat. We just bring back.
right. Obviously, he thinks all of this, but he doesn't think that he should be part of it. He means
No,
everyone
I
else
mean
should do that.
we have to use the same standards that you
This
would get
sounds-
drafted into war.
this
So you have to be
sounds kinda
able-bodied and able to fight.
Darn.
So
and I'm not going to be able to.
Well,
I
yeah.
kind of want to.
Yeah. So see, we're gonna be fine. I won't.
Fine too.
I'm not gonna go in there. They're gonna look at me and be like, he had a knee injury. He can't go
No, he's
fight
chilling.
things.
Honestly,
I would not get drafted into
This is
war.
horrible. This is horrible.
Dylan, on the other hand, he
we're
would have
done.
to go
Scrap
fight.
the episode. Move on.
No,
I'm sick
Well,
of this.
thanks for joining us on this episode. We're done.
What? Is this our last episode ever?
The title is Last Episode Ever. Gabe brought bad topic.
Gabe brought bad topic.
Yours was
Hey,
a lot worse, James.
No.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
It
it
You
was
sold.
way worse.
See, we're having a very lively discussion. and all
No,
this kind of
the
stuff.
thing is,
Y'all were
your
not
topic
giving
was
me
garbage,
anything.
James.
No,
Your topic
no,
was garbage,
It's not
James.
true.
Hot dookie.
I'm not doing
What?
this with you. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Terrible topic.
You're
Why'd you
terrible.
give me that glare?
You know why, Gabe.
Because I said the D word. I'm not saying it again. I just said what is
That
opinion.
was hot dog water.
Yeah, your topic was hot dog water, James.
No, your topic was. I know you are. What am I?
Okay, what else we got here?
Well, there is Star Wars Day.
May the fourth be with you.
May the 4th be with you. So let's go around and share our favorite Star Wars stuff. Favorite Star Wars movie. Let's start with that. James, go. Favorite
Obviously,
Star Wars
New
movie.
Hope.
Is your
Classic.
is your
first
favorite?
one. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's classic.
I'm not.
First
I
one.
was just clarifying.
Yeah, my favorite one all time is A New Hope. It's
Yes,
a classic. It's just the first one. I love origin stories. Like whenever I go back to watch Star Wars, I always rewatch the first one. I've watched the first one, I think 10 times more than I watched any of the other ones. And I've watched the other ones at least 10 times each. So I've watched it maybe like 100 times. That can be accurate, actually. I've watched it like 15 to 16 times.
That's quite a bit.
I love the first one. It's so good.
Dylan's favorite's Rogue One because he cried during the trailer.
No. Did not cry during the trailer, Gabe.
Yes, you did.
Did not. No, I didn't.
What is your favorite Star Wars movie, Dylan?
Probably Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
You shut your mouth. Wait, which one is that's number 3?
That's
That's number 3, right?
that's
Episode
six.
6. Never mind. Sorry. I confused. I thought it
mean,
was episode
Honestly, I could
thought it
almost
was
go with
one.
it purely based off of how cute Ewoks are.
I mean, that's why most people pick that movie is because of the Ewoks.
They're adorable.
They are.
I would like
adorable.
adopt one if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish.
Mine is episode 3. Surely because you have the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan and the dialogue there is really good, even though Obi-Wan Kenobi is a hypocrite.
I just heard some really contradictory statements from that. Not from you, but I was listening to this guy talking about why Star Wars is so bad. And
he
George
said-
Lucas is a really bad writer. He said one of the big things he's talking about is like the dialogue is just terrible. It's like terrible dialogue.
Well,
He's like, it's very cheesy and corny.
dude, that's the funny thing. I used to not like episode 1 and 2, and I thought 3 was all right. And then I watched an interview where they interviewed George Lucas and had him talk about the movies, those movies, because he directed episode 4, and then other guys directed the rest. So it wasn't him all the way through the original trilogy. It was other guys. But George Lucas wanted full creative stuff over the first 3. So you have Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. He wrote and directed all of those. He did.
Oh wow, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
He did what he wanted to do. So he created everything about that. And I think knowing that, like that's what he wanted, I think that made me appreciate the movies more.
No, that makes me just think less of George Lucas, actually.
Really?
I mean, the lore and the universe, great. I love it. The actual movies themselves, I can't say that they're good movies.
I think they're pretty good movies. I don't think they're bad. I've seen way worse.
All right, well, here's one of the scenes that this guy was talking about, and I kind of agreed with him on this. And it was he said
It's coarse.
this one scene where the one scene where
I hate
Padme
you.
and Anakin were like talking, and she was like, I love you, or it's like I'm like completely in love, and he's like, oh, I'm completely in love. It's like, and then she's like, you're blinded by love. And he's like, well, it's not what I said. And it was like this just like exchange, like where it's just
Well-
like, why do you need us? Like it was kind of like,
You didn't know
Why
that he
you-
wrote. Sorry, you didn't know he wrote and directed all of them.
no, that just makes me feel worse about George Lucas.
You know,
I feel lesser.
you know another
I feel like
movie
he's
he
lesser.
wrote and directed himself.
What?
Howard the Duck.
I never saw that movie. But I've heard it wasn't good.
It's garbage. The man's not a great writer. He's a
Yeah, you can see because he wrote Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3. So.
He also wrote A New Hope.
That's true. I'm glad that he did that good job on that one.
But I think he's I mean, he still managed to make better movies than 7, 8, 9.
That's actually not true because 7 and 8 were good movies, but they just weren't. I didn't like them as Star Wars movies.
They were not. No, 8 was just a cut, or 7 was a cut and paste of 4.
8 was not a bad movie.
Remind me
though.
which ones they were. That would be
Rey and Finn and Kylo.
yeah, mid movie, not Star Wars.
Exactly.
But the thing
But
is,
still better
they
than
don't have
episode
any.
1, 2, and
No,
yes.
they don't have any of the charm. Star Wars 1, 2, and 3 had charm.
Yeah.
What charm?
What charm? The goofiness, like with Jar Jar and
Misa Jar Jar Binks. Misa in a bad movie.
and then you also had a
Misa
lot.
Sith.
You also had a lot.
Misa Darth Jar Jar. Misa coming for you.
You
Carry on, Gabe.
Sorry, you were saying?
did you see where they did Darth Jar Jar in one of the Lego Star Wars specials?
I did.
I think so. Yeah.
They no, but they had all the Jedi lore, which was cool. All the Jedi stuff. The excess amount of lightsabers, which was really fun.
And like it was
There was something to those. There was something
I think
special.
it was
about
like a
those.
new thing then, and it like should have just stayed that way. They
What?
shouldn't have like gone to add on all the crap in Disney.
No,
It should
they
have like
shouldn't.
been just like Star Wars is done.
1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and
Yeah,
left it.
and then just left it. It was
I
great.
don't need
where it
more
was.
movies. I just needed more lore. Like I want to get like
Well, the thing
comics
is-
and games and stuff. That's what I want because there's
Yeah.
so much universe.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
need another movie though.
But Disney just-
That's
gotta
what
get
they were
one
doing.
crazy.
That's
They
what they
want the
were
money
doing.
though. They wanted the money.
That's what they were doing, and it was
And then they ruined Star Wars.
and it was great. They George Lucas did 1, 2, and 3, and then you had 4, 5, and 6, and then you had all the books to come out with it. You had all the comic books and all the video games, and I think it was really good. It was not very cohesive.
No, there's
But-
plenty of lore in the comics and stuff.
Yeah. But it all was everywhere because everybody was just writing and doing what they wanted with Star Wars. And George Lucas was okay with that. But I think even with George Lucas's cheesy movies, knowing they're cheesy, like knowing they're not like going to be like
But how can
the
it be
mo-
cheesy and goofy and then you have him murder children? Like that tonally doesn't make any sense.
well, because he had to show that Darth Vader was really bad.
Right. I get that. And
He had to
understand
kill
that.
the Jedi.
Exactly.
So
And that makes sense. What I'm saying is
that's why episode 3 was darker than the rest of the other two.
but like it was kind of cheesy and lighthearted, and then it was just like he's
No,
just murdering
episode
children
3
and
was
then
not
they-
cheesy as episode 2 and 1.
Not as cheesy, but it doesn't mean it wasn't cheesy.
But you also have some really fun dialogue like, "Hello there,
Hello there.
General Kenobi." There's my General Grievous voice. I can't do one.
General No, I think it would be more like General Kenobi. No, that's
no.
more of a Batman voice, but
Yeah.
That was like Batman meets General
Anyways.
Grievous.
General Kenobi.
But then you also have like
Nice to meet you. I'm Batman.
Crossover event.
and then Obi-Wan Kenobi's just like Martha.
Hello there.
No, he's just
I know
like
him. I am him.
No, he's just like Martha.
Martha. What did you say their name? Martha.
No, going back to the gorilla thing, one of the best reels I saw for the 100-man versus the gorilla, the gorilla gets the guy down, and the gorilla's over top of him, ready to beat him, and then the guy is like Harambe, and he's like, "Why'd you say that name?"
What did you say that name? Harambe. No.
I just love that the
I don't
Harambe's.
know what just happened anymore.
I love how Harambe's just resurfaced with that.
Yeah, I know.
It's coming full circle.
That's where Harambe is actually right now.
I'm
In the
pr-
great fight scene in the heavens, fighting hundreds of people.
You ever hear the theory that after they shot Harambe, that's when things started to get really bad?
I have heard that theory.
I've seen that video too.
I think there's some validity to that. Everything went downhill after Harambe died.
Pretty much.
But no, back to Star Wars. I think just episode 3 took the tone, it shifted it a bit.
Anyways,
And-
I think I saw a Harambe thing that was like
Speaking of shifting tones,
it was like in the group of like 100 guys going to fight a gorilla. One guy was like, "This shouldn't be too hard." The one time that I fought a gorilla, like they got shot, and then all the guys just killed them.
And then it was 99 men versus
And
one
then it was
girl.
99. Yeah.
Everybody loves Harambe.
everybody loves Harambe.
Yes.
Anyway,
Episode 3 took it darker because you had the movie start off with them cutting off Count Dooku's head, and then
Yes,
and then
I
it went
guess.
and then it was darker, and still. But episode 2, if you had to rank them
yeah,
in
go episode
order,
1, 2, 3. No, go episode 4, 5. Sorry, the first one's come out. So 4,
are you
5,
ranking them
6.
as in? Okay, well, James, just let me hear you. If you have to rank the 6 Star Wars movies, in what order are you ranking them? Starting from 1.
4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1. Episode 4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I think my ranking.
Am I including like Rogue One and stuff? Because that would change the list.
No, I want just the originals. 6.
Originals. Yeah.
So I think if I had to rank them, I would go 5, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2.
It's just no.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
we
my
agree
that's
on
my
one, two.
that's my personal ranking
just-
of the original 6 Star Wars.
The
movies.
first 3 though were just head and shoulders above episode 1, 2, and 3. Like they were just better.
I ranked 5 as the highest.
No, I know, but I'm saying is all 3 of the originals were better than all 3 of them.
I like the amount of lightsabers and lightsaber combat that you had. in
Right,
3.
and I'm saying that's cool, but that doesn't make it a better movie.
and the dialogue and
Do not say the dialogue was better because it was not.
It
The
was,
dialogue
though.
not better in episodes 1, 2, and 3 than it was in 4.
it's
5,
over,
6.
Anakin. I have the high ground, dude. That's so quoted. That people quote that,
Right, just
and love that, and then you also have the hello there. You just have so much.
You have
Fun-
silly, goofy, quotable lines. It does not mean the dialogue was better. It means that there was a couple hit like.
I also
funny
have
scenes that
more
kinda made it into
memory
pop
with
culture.
the original or the prequels, because that's what I grew up with was the prequels. You did too.
I don't know. I grew up with the other ones.
Well, I'm talking. Well, like you were born prequel time.
Yeah, but I didn't watch those till way later. My parents loved me, so.
But I think I think episode 3 is a classic.
Yeah. I don't know.
And you also
I
have
haven't
all
watched them. I haven't like watched them recently enough to give them all.
you also have
rankings.
all the ship combat as well. You have so much cool stuff, and surprisingly from 2005 the CGI holds up really well. And you have all of this stuff. And granted, yes, you do have some cheese in there, but the original 3 are also extremely cheesy as well.
Yeah.
Cheesy doesn't mean bad. Cheesy just means that they're goofy. And Mark Hamill is not the greatest of actors. He's a great voice actor, but he's not like in the original 3 Star Wars movies, he was like his lines were not delivered the best. But
What? He delivered every line better than anyone except for Ewan McGregor in the episode 1, 2, and 3.
I'm surprised that I thought you would be on board with this.
I love that era of Star Wars, like in the lore and like reading the books and stuff about it. But I don't like, and like the Clone Wars show is really good, but I don't like episode 1, 2, and 3.
Why?
I just told you they weren't good. The dialogue was bad.
When was the last time you watched all of them?
I'll have to watch them this summer. We gotta watch them. We gotta watch them with
Graham?
Graham. We're just gonna go
Yeah.
through.
We'll do a marathon.
We'll do a marathon.
Of just the 6. Just
I'm gonna
the
take a
6.
six. I'm gonna
Nothing
take.
else.
No.
No, yeah.
Maybe
hold on.
maybe some Clone Wars. That's it.
We
Yeah.
we gotta start though. We gotta do 1, 2, or do we?
I
do we
want
start-
Rogue One in there too.
Do we go one?
We go in
episode
story.
1.
We go in
episode 2,
canonical order.
canonical.
Canon.
The
No,
story.
no.
The story's order.
What if we go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 3?
Why 3 at the end?
Because then he doesn't get that twist of he was Darth Vader until the very end, and then we can.
No.
Yeah. Because it makes more sense like that.
I'm pretty sure he knows Anakin is Darth
Yeah,
Vader at this point.
It's a little
If
bit-
you don't know that at this point,
Spoiler
I am
alert.
your father.
Luke, you quoted the
No,
line
we
wrong.
I think we just do it in canon.
I like in chronological order.
Yeah.
I agree. That's the way I like it.
I hate that. No, you
But
got.
I would also throw Rogue One.
Tough.
You
I
do
would-
3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6
Tough.
to start off.
Well, if you do 4, 5, you would do 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. That's
Yeah,
how
we
you
can
have
do
to
that. We can do that.
So you want to do it in release order.
Yeah, release order I think is the best order to do it.
Well, then where do you
Consider it.
where do you plop Rogue One in there? Because I think Rogue One is worth watching.
At the end. the
Okay.
last one.
Because
It's like a final. it's
Rogue
like a
One is
final.
between the original and the
Yeah.
It's between 3 and 4.
yeah.
It's Star Wars and a half.
So sure, dude, at the end. I don't know. I wouldn't
Listen,
leave with
I
that
think
bad
the best
taste.
way to watch this is 1, 2, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 3.
Why?
3 is the last one.
No, that's like the worst idea you could have.
No, it's a great idea.
No, we'll do it in canon.
No. I say we do it in release order.
It's
4,
gonna
5,
be either
6.
it's gonna be either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then Rogue
Or
One.
even 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you could do that order too.
Well, we'll discuss this at a later time.
I just don't know why. I'm just shocked at all the hate that 1, 2, and 3 are getting.
We'll make it a comment on socials and stuff this week of what order would you watch it in if you were
That's
showing
true.
somebody.
We
new.
should give like 3, 4 options and
Yeah.
have a vote.
I'm just
or just
surprised
make it a
that you
comment.
hate 1, 2,
Don't
and
comment
3
on
as
the
much
post.
as you do.
What?
That threw me. That you don't like 1, 2, and 3 as much.
No. I hate the movies, but I love the lore and stuff. I love the.
Where's Caleb Martin when you need him? He's another guy who goes to our church. He's on. I think he would agree with my opinion on 1, 2, and 3.
I don't care. I'll fight you on this.
Why? Why are you
'Cause
so aggressive?
I hate episode 1, 2, and 3. I think they're bad movies.
This guy likes the Marvels though.
The Marvels was a good movie.
This
Not
guy likes
top 15, but it was good. It was nice, feel
top
good, like
15 movies.
Marvel movies. Yeah, not top
Oh.
15 Marvel movies.
I
But it
just
was
think
good.
1, 2, and 3 have their charm. Even though it's really weird that Anakin and Padme.
Speaking of Marvel
are-
movies, have you seen the?
We weren't ready for your recommendation yet, James. You're just
That's okay.
jumping the gun on this.
Have you seen Thunderbolts?
We can transition. It's
with
okay.
Asterisk?
What?
Have you seen Thunderbolts?
I have no idea what that even is.
The new Marvel movie that just came out.
I had no idea there was a new movie.
you
Dude,
should
he
see
doesn't
it.
pay
It's-
attention.
I'm so out
we
of
literally
touch.
when
It's
we
all
talk,
right.
when we
You-
I'm
did our
literally so out of touch.
when we did the episode where we diagnosed you with ADHD, he asked him about Marvel movies, and he's like, the last Marvel movie I saw was Endgame, so you can't expect him to watch Marvel movies.
Bro, you gotta watch that. It's really good.
That's
it
all right.
easily makes the top 10 Marvel movies all time.
Gabe and I did watch Deadpool. That
Other
was
than
great.
Deadpool, which was incredible, fantastic,
Amazing.
You want to know why that movie was fantastic? Because
Just
it
the
was like
dance.
its own thing.
Yeah, it was.
It was literally like its own thing, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so stupid and so funny, and such Ryan Reynolds is great.
He's a good actor. I like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Huge Ackman.
Yeah, sure. But no, so
Bye.
bye bye baby. But yeah, no, recommended. Great movie. People
What,
should watch
Thunderbolts?
it. Yes, Thunderbolts very good.
Has Gabe seen this yet?
I have not seen Thunderbolts.
You really gotta go watch it. We'll have to go watch it.
Dude, I think the next movie I'm going to go see in theaters is I want to go see Sinners. I hear that's
You're a
really
sinner.
good. I am a sinner. You
You're
are
a
too.
sinner.
It's okay. We're both sinners. All three of us here are sinners.
I've heard mixed reviews on that one.
On Sinners?
Yeah.
I've heard so many people give it like 5 stars.
I've heard it's a horror movie, so therefore I'm not gonna see it.
I think it's more of a thriller.
I don't like those either.
You do like thrillers.
Name one.
Michael Jackson.
The Saw.
Yeah, it was a joke. The Sixth Sense. You like that?
What was that?
The Sixth Sense. I cannot pronounce that movie without like.
The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, you've seen The Sixth
The Sixth
Sense.
Sense.
What's it about?
I see dead people. And not Kendrick Lamar.
What's?
It's Bruce Willis.
I have definitely not seen that movie.
It's M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong who directed
Never
it.
Seen that.
And the little boy. And the little boy, spoiler, I mean, the movie's been out for I don't know how long. He sees dead people.
I have not seen that movie.
I thought you said you wanted to watch that because I talked about doing horror movies one time, watching.
Yeah, and I said I don't want to watch horror movies. I think I said I'd be okay watching that because it doesn't sound like it's that bad.
because it's not a scary movie at all. There's nothing
But in
scary.
general, I don't like horror movies or thriller movies. It's not my style. I like straight action, comedy, or
straight action as opposed to what other kind of action?
like an action movie, like just like a straight action movie where it's not like a thriller, horror, suspense kind of thing where it's just like a lot of action. The plot's not necessarily like it's not like about the plot, but it's more like, oh, the action's really cool kind of thing.
Okay.
I kind of like dramas sometimes, depending on the drama. I like superhero movies and sci-fi movies.
Well, superhero movies are action movies.
Exactly. Well, that's why the
It's a subgenre of action movie.
but that's why I make a little clarification. But that's like when I say like I don't really necessarily care about the plot, the action is cool, or like I really like superheroes, so superhero movies.
I like superheroes too. It's just I just haven't gone to see any Marvel movies other than Deadpool and Wolverine.
You really should go see this movie.
See Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts is really good.
I might see it. I might wait till it comes out on Disney Plus though.
should go see it in theaters. It's more fun that way.
Yeah, but I told you what I want to go see. I just got to go find the.
There's so many movies coming out though, actually, that I have to go see this
I
summer.
want the movie that I'm looking forward to the most is Superman.
Well, that movie.
Like
Probably
I don't
be the
think
movie of the year.
I think that's the only superhero movie I'll probably see this year.
You're not gonna
Maybe-
see Fantastic Four?
Maybe Fantastic Four, but I think Superman's gonna be really good.
I
really
agree.
fun.
It's a return back to like the OG, the original. Like it's not like this dark world where it's like people are killed, like where superheroes are all like just dark, gritty characters.
Well, I like dark
didn't
gritty
that.
heroes, but like that's why I like Batman so much.
I mean, I like some characters like that. I don't
There's
like
something
Superman like that.
in the way.
Oh, my least favorite Batman.
Robert Pattinson. That movie was incredible.
It was not.
I saw it in Super IMAX, or not IMAX.
It was so long.
Dude, length does not matter to me. If a movie is good, I will sit through it. Like I sat through all 4 hours of the Justice League. Zack Snyder's The Justice League.
I watched that, yeah, but I watched it in bursts.
I watched it when it dropped that Friday night. I sat through the 4 hours and 2 minutes of that movie.
I did that too, but with breaks.
Yeah, I peed once.
Get that checked out. Get that checked out. I gotta pee at least once every 2 hours.
Wait, you're complaining about the length of the Batman, but you love Endgame?
Endgame was so good.
But Endgame's 3 hours too.
Yeah, but I like that, so I liked it like a lot, and I was invested.
You weren't
Bro,
you're not invested in Batman,
Not in that Bat. No, not in that one.
but also his Batman's so cool. Like he's not Christian Bale. I'm not saying he's number 2 Batman. But the best Batman is Christian Bale and then Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
don't
then
know. But they
hot
don't really
take
have
Ben
any.
Affleck.
Ben Affleck wasn't a bad. No, actually, I take that back. Ben Affleck was a bad Batman towards the end, as he was starting to be in other people's movies, and then he
Well-
would be like a goofy, silly, and it wasn't like
Well, that wasn't
he
because
didn't take himself seriously. I didn't
That
like
wasn't
that.
his fault. That was whoever wrote that
No,
Batman's
it
fault.
was his fault. He should have said, "No, I'm not going to perform this crap."
Well, they paid him a lot of money.
I don't care.
Money
You got to
talks.
stand on your morals.
James, you're. Guess what? This is James's bad opinions again. Hey,
No.
James just thinks everything. If he thinks it, it's right. We're living in James's reality and nobody else's. What are you doing on your phone right now, James?
Really important message.
Can you read it to the mic, please?
No, it's unrelated to that.
Can you tell Mike what the problem is?
It's just a track.
Mike,
a track message about our track meet.
guess what day it is?
Mike Day. Hey Dylan, how's life been?
Oh, just chilling.
Yeah. What do you think of Star Wars Day? Just as a whole, do you think it's overdone? Over people, it was fun like the first 2 years that Star Wars May the 4th was a thing, and now it's just like dead.
I don't follow it enough to know if it's overdone, so I don't know.
I missed everything you just
I
said.
think it's a funny thing to just say. And be like, oh,
So, hey, is
okay, May
James,
the 4th day.
What do you think of James's bad opinions? And do you think we're living in his reality and then nobody else's? Like, if James says it's right, it's right. And if
No, James is just in his own reality by
Yeah, that's
himself.
true. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I know.
because the
You
way,
can't.
well, he could say your
You can
opinions.
try.
wrong.
I am me, and I can't change that.
I am me, and me is I.
Precisely. Eventually you just gotta get to the. I have always just been a person where it's like, it's a gift and a curse. Where I am very much like in my own land, as you would put it, right?
Oh, we know.
We know
No,
you're
I'm
in
not saying
your
you
own
don't.
world.
It's obvious, right? But
We know, James.
We all know you're in your own
which is
world.
good. Like I allows me to be very creative and think outside the box and stuff, but it's not always good.
What have you thought outside the box in recently? Like I never see you create things.
I write a lot, and
You're a writer?
yeah, I write, and then I'm good at poetry and stuff like that. I like to
James,
write
can you
stories.
read us some of your poems?
Not on air, not on air.
Can you give us a poem right now?
No, I don't want to.
Give us
I'm
a
also
beat.
not good at. I'm not also good at creating things.
One
on
fish,
the
two
spot.
fish, red
Like
fish,
I need
blue
to be able to
fish.
sit down alone, away from everyone, and then I can make something.
Do you like spoken word?
What is that?
Where you don't know so it's where you get in front of a mic, or you can do it by yourself, but you write something and then it's a form of poetry, spoken word poetry. Like
It's basically what you do.
one of my favorite guys is Levi the Poet. You can find him on Spotify and listen to some of his stuff. His stuff's really good, but it's a lot of emotion and a lot of him just talking about his problems and various other things. But like, you kind of do it with a rhythm as well.
Yeah.
It's like poetry with a rhythm to it, but you make the rhythm. So like, however you like one of his is the beginning. It's something. It's like in the beginning, God spoke, and God, I hope something. That's how he starts off the song or off the
Right.
the thing.
Yeah, no,
But,
that's
like,
fine.
You can put spoken word to actual music, and it's really cool. Like Me Without You or Listener, other spoken word artists.
But that I write at work, like I'm always trying to think of ways to improve all my stuff, like make sure that everything's in the best order it can be in, and it's completely organized correctly, all that kind of stuff.
Everything in its what is that from? Everything in its place, and a place for something. It's from something. I don't remember what it is. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Time
But
for
yeah.
our mini segment.
Our
Okay.
mini seg.
This will
Mini
be a
seg.
combination of a new segment called Freak Ohio,
Hey.
as well as our random news stories.
Yes.
This week's
Let's hear
news is
Wait, is it in the chat?
the title is FedEx truck crashes into Ohio home.
Right.
So frick Ohio.
Frick Ohio.
And what happened here?
Get
Okay,
Ohio.
I got something. So the FedEx truck crashed into the guy's house, right?
Yeah. Was it personal?
So I think what actually happened was I think the FedEx driver
Was fed up.
no, I think he might have had a one stop where he had to deliver a package.
Of alcohol.
To-
And drink it all.
No, not alcohol. He had to deliver it to like a hippie store.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
walks in the back room and he gets like secondhand mushroom.
Okay.
And so he kind of gets a bit high and he starts imagining things.
Sure.
And so he sees this like giant like monster in this person's yard. And he's like, I'm going to kill this thing.
Okay.
And so he hops out of the truck. He finds the nearest rock and he just puts the rock on the gas and then lets the truck go. Or he was envisioning a giant gorilla and he was like, who needs 100 men when you have a FedEx truck?
Okay. I would go with he had a very large package in the truck. Like like a dining room table or something like huge that he didn't feel like carrying in. And so he was like, all right, here's delivery for you. He just drove inside, pushed it out the side door, and then just backed up and left.
Okay.
He'd be like, I don't want to carry this thing. I'm going to drive it inside. Drive through delivery.
I think what happened was I watched a video the other day actually, but on Amazon. This is going to relate to what I'm saying.
Oh,
This Amazon delivery person who like brought the package to this person's door and they just started going off about it's like you're lazy, I deliver all these packages to you and all this kind of stuff. And it's like this. She was basically upset that she had to do her job, and
Right.
it was kind of like, what are you? But I think this is a similar scenario. All right, this person was
FedEx
driving and they were just like, I always delivering packages to this person's house. They order all the most ridiculous. Why they ordering all this stuff? I don't
Yeah,
wanna
and they're
keep delivering.
paying
And
your
then they said,
job. They're paying.
listen, people apparently are not thinking about this because I've seen too many videos. People were like, my job made me do this. And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you realize you're
sound
getting
like a
paid. This is
Muppet?
what you're getting paid for.
Yeah.
They sound like a dummy is what they sound like, a Muppet. Well, anyway,
It's like literally their
Muppets.
job that they signed up for.
yeah, that's the thing that gets me every time. People want to just work and get paid without actually doing anything.
Pretty
It's
much.
so strange. But no, I think that's what happened. And this guy was like, I've had enough. I'm done with this person. They ordered this stupid thing and I'm just driving right into and they got really upset and they just drove right into their house.
Dang.
or
Is that what happened then? Same thing with FedEx?
No, they didn't drive no, that's my prediction of what happened.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the FedEx driver.
Right.
The Amazon person did not do that, but they wanted the person's Ring camera to sort of like going off on the camera. And then it was kind of just
you're
like,
saying the Amazon person complained. You're thinking the FedEx driver complaining, and then they just did this.
Yeah.
yeah, this was their form. They didn't
Or-
go and they just drove.
I have
the
another
truck
one. I
straight.
have another speculation as well. This could
They
be
were blacked out drunk.
that could no.
Wait, is it Ohio? Do they legalize weed in Ohio?
Sort of. It's very complex. I had to deliver to. Nobody knows what I do. They know you work at Chick-fil-A. I'm a delivery driver. I deliver water, so 5-gallon water jugs. I had to deliver to a dispensary in Ohio, but it's like a very like lockdown thing. They have to take your ID and like sign you in and then give you a badge and then you get to go in. But I had to go in the back way because I delivered the water to the back room or whatever. But like you had to go through all this whole process. I think you have to get a doctor's note. But I think the other possibility with the FedEx driver was he found out that guy worked for UPS. He's like,
Ooh.
Greg, you work for UPS. And then got really like angry because he has beef with UPS. He's like,
Sure.
like he's like how bulls when they see red, they like go ballistic. He sees brown and goes ballistic. So he sees their brown uniform, the brown and gold uniform, and he goes ballistic. And then like, I'm gonna drive my FedEx truck through your house.
All right. What do we got?
Okay. Let's see here. So it's a little bit outside of Columbus. Some suburbs of Columbus. It happened on Monday, April 28th.
Okay.
Let's see. This lady was sitting in her house and thought it was weird that the truck came by because she had a delivery earlier already. And so then the truck jumped the curb, ran over a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign in her lawn, hit a tree, and then went through her neighbor's house. Like straight to the side of it. It's pretty impressive.
So what happened?
We'll have to post the picture.
Was the driver in the truck?
So the lady went out the back door and came outside as the FedEx driver got out the passenger side door. The driver's side door and the front of the truck were inside the house. So she called 911, reported the crash.
Was anybody hurt?
The driver said he was just asking aloud how this happened and was pacing in circles. And he was upset. She got him some water and had him sit down. There were no injuries.
Okay, that's good.
The driver was not taken to a hospital or anything. The owners of the house that got hit weren't even home.
So what happened? What happened?
I'm looking. I'm still scrolling.
Dylan, no, we need to know the answers.
Hey,
we need to know the answers, Dylan. We need to know the answers, Dylan.
A FedEx official responded to the scene and showed up and said that it could have been a medical emergency.
Oh.
But then he got out of the car, so he might have been fine.
Well, it could have had like a mental thing, like he blacked
it looks
out
like it hit where it hit the house was like the living area and a bathroom.
Oh. Good thing nobody was going. Could you imagine that? You're just in there. You're scrolling your phone. You're scrolling TikTok, and next thing you know, a FedEx truck is just in the bathroom. You're
Dude, the owner of the house said, "I didn't realize FedEx made in-home deliveries."
Hey,
I don't see any.
I take it back. Unfrick Ohio. I like that. I like that guy.
You can't unfrick Ohio.
No, you can't undo it.
You can never unfrick Ohio.
I did.
James,
there's no I don't see any details yet.
We live in Michigan. You can't unfrick Ohio.
Hey, you know what? I have 2 friends that go to Ohio State, so I'm actually an Ohio State fan now too.
What am I?
No, you're not.
I am.
I'll be looking for a new co-host.
Yeah. If you want to join, comment, and we'll talk to you soon.
It doesn't matter if you're from the UK. We can zoom you in.
I kind of
or Bangladesh
I have nothing
or Spain.
against Ohio. Actually, there's a lot of Ohio hate.
Is this because you're from New York?
Yeah,
probably.
You have no beef with Ohio because you're from New York?
I have nothing. I have nothing against them,
dude.
Well, I don't see any details yet on exactly what happened to the driver, so I don't know.
Well, we hope you're okay, driver. I hope there was no big medical thing. I hope you still have your job because that would
kind of hope not.
Well, if it was a medical thing, I hope you still have your job because
but it might happen again, and then that's not good.
Well, I hope FedEx takes you off driving and puts you in like routing or something so you can still work there.
Sure.
Maybe you should be taken off the road just for safety, but.
Yep, I can't. I've looked like 6 articles now.
But how do you not hate like?
Why would I? I don't hate anyone or anything really, except for the first 3 Star Wars movies.
And coffee.
Anyways.
And coffee.
And you just have really
bad
off opinions. Yeah.
I don't really have bad opinions.
So the moral of the story is every episode is just James has bad opinions.
But but Ohio State is terrible
at football because they just.
I think this is a topic. This is a topic for another day.
And
it's time to wrap it up.
Like Toledo.
It's time to wrap it up.
Like we deserve Toledo.
The only good thing is Toledo and the zoo. Otherwise, they just get rid of it.
No, Toledo's terrible. Cincinnati's better.
Okay, fine. We'll take the zoo, leave the rest.
Okay, but we deserve Toledo to be part of Michigan.
Maybe.
Yes.
Next time.
The Toledo
Come
War.
back next time for War for Toledo.
Yeah.
This is the Toledo War, yes. And you know what we always say, boys? Always remember to film horizontally.
Horizontally. That's what I said.
Classic, James.
Turtle.
God.
Oh, gosh. Turtles.